Ride up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are really sucking the ball. Knocking those home runs over the wall. East side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the METS Mets of New York town. Oh, the butcher and the baker and people on the streets, there they go to meet the Mets. Oh, they're hollering and cheering and they're jumping in their seats, there they go to meet the Mets. All the fans are true to the orange and blue, so hurry up and come on down, 'cause we got ourselves a ball from the Mets of New York town. Give 'em a yell, give 'em a hand, and let 'em know you're rooting and you stand. Come on and meet the Mets, meet the Mets. Step right up and meet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are really sucking the ball. Knocking those home runs over the wall. The east side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the METS Mets of New York town. Of New York town.
Hey, welcome everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to another presentation of our 2019 Deep Drive Baseball Replay. And this is game 59 in our season replay. The Mets are a couple games, I believe, below 500. They've lost 5 in a row. They lost 4 straight to the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium, and now here at Chase Field in Arizona. They lost the first game of this 3-game set on a walk-off by Escobar. Eduardo Escobar walked off in the bottom of the 9th against Jerry Familia. And Deep Drive Baseball is a fun game. It's a 50-50 game. There is interaction with a ballpark card. So that's something that's makes it stand out a little bit. And we're going to get started here. New York at Arizona. It's going to be a heck of a pitcher's duel is expected with Jacob deGrom going up against Zach Greinke. And Greinke was 18-5 with a 2.93 ERA in 33 games. Jacob deGrom was 11-8. With a league leading, I think 240-ish ERA. I can't really see it in 32 games. So it's expected to be a heck of a pitching matchup, and I'll go over the lineups very quickly for the New York Mets. It's going to be Ahmed Rosario, the shortstop, leading off, followed by Dom Smith in left field. Batting third is Michael Conforto, the right fielder. Pete Alonso, the first baseman, in the cleanup spot. Todd Frazier at third base. Carlos Gomez is center fielder, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Adeiny Echevarria, the second baseman. Thomas Nido, he's playing for. He's giving the everyday catcher Wilson Ramos an opportunity to rest. And Jacob deGrom batting ninth, the pitcher. The Arizona Diamondback defense's outfield is Dyson in left. Center field is Marte. Right field is Adam Jones. Third base is Escobar. Shortstop is Nick Ahmed. And Ildemaro Vargas at second base. Christian Walker at first. Behind the plate is Alex Avila. And Zach Greinke is on the mound. So we are about to get started. And the way you play deep drive baseball is you first look at the red and the white. You read the red first, and 0 to 50, 0 to 49 comes off the batter card. Anything above 49 comes off the pitcher card all the way to 99. And this will give you additional information when you need it. We also have a 20-sided die for wild pitches and pass balls when there's somebody on. All right, so let's get started. The umpires call play ball, and we are Chase Field. Game 59 of the season. And that's a 18 off Rosario. That's strike 3. So curveball gets Rosario. And next is Dominic Smith. And a 49 and a 7, and that's a fly ball right field, deep right field. Adam Jones backpedaling towards the track, and he makes the catch. Two down, 2 up, 2 down so far. And it's Michael Conforto. We have Pete Alonso there. We should have Conforto batting third, I believe. Let's double check that. This is the Saturday game, June 1st. And no, Pete Alonso is batting third there. So it's Alonso, then Conforto. Let's double check. We got to fix that in the iScore lineup that we have. Let's switch those guys around real quickly. All right. There we go. All right, so it's Pete Alonso, right-handed batter. And a 16, and that's ball 4. So Alonso walks, 2-out walk to Pete Alonso. We're going to roll the 20-sided die, looking for a 1. And it's Michael Conforto, left-handed batter. And that's a 50. That's a deep drive off Greinke. So that's swung on and driven deep to right center field. See what happens here. And an 87. 87 is going to be 1 hop off the wall. And they're going to try to wave Alonso around to score. And I don't know what happens there. I'm going to have to check that out. Hold on a second. Let's see. A 0-1. That's an unusual roll there. 0-1. Runner called safe on close play. So he makes it. Here's the throw, and safe at home. So it's RBI, 2-out RBI double by Michael Conforto. Stands at second base now with 2 out. And the Mets get on the board first. And it's Todd Frazier, the Todd father. That's a 48. A 1 is popped up. And that's Alex Avila throws the mask away. And that retires the side. So Mets score 1 on a hit. And they lead it by a score of 1-0. So it's deGrom versus Jared Dyson. It's a 21-6, and that's a defensive result, 40. And that may be I believe that's going to be an error check because it goes up to 41. So that's a 40. It will be an error check. 64. And that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. That's Frazier, and Frazier bobbles it. The throw to first, not in time. Official score is going to give Frazier an error, and Dyson is on at first on the miscue. So it's an E5. Dyson's 3A. deGrom doesn't have a hole rating. And Nito is a +1. So we're going to be looking at a 4A. I'm going to try to get Dyson going. So let's see. Dyson's a 4A. And we will roll a Let me see. Okay, we needed between a zero to a 34 for a stolen base, 35 to a 39. He's caught stealing. So there goes, or potentially, let's see if he can get the jump. And a 46. And we said he was a 4A. And nope, he does not get the jump. So deGrom throws over, keeps Jared Dyson close to the bag. And it's Ketel Marte. All right, that's a 70 and a 3. So that's off of deGrom's card. And that's strike 3. So he blows a fastball by Marte for the first out. Escobar. And a 91. That is off of deGrom's card. A 91-1. It's popped up. Actually, it's a 91-2, excuse me. And it's a ground ball to the first baseman. And that's Alonso. He's going to go to second, and no throw back to first. It's going to be a fielder's choice. A 3-6. Let's do that again. Fielder's choice. And Escobar is on at first with 2 outs. Next is Adam Jones, right-handed batter. It's a 15, and that is a hit by pitch. Adam Jones is plunked. Goes over to first. First and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the first for deGrom. So deGrom lets one get away from him. And here's Christian Walker, right-handed batter, an 85. That's a 7. That's a fly ball, shallow left field. Dom Smith settling under it. Makes the catch in that. Oh. And that retires the side. Carlos Gomez. It's going to be Gomez, Echevarria, and Nido against Zach Greinke. It's a 64, and that's strike 3. Gomez, who strikes out an awful lot, does so once again. 1 out, Adeiny Echevarria, and that's line base hit to center field. So Adeiny is on with a single. Going to roll for the wild pitch, and here's Thomas Nido, and that's a 10, and that's strike 3. Zach Greinke rings them up on the slider. Jacob deGrom. It's a 53. That's a deep drive. And we get a deep drive off deGrom's card. So we will be looking in the deep drive section. All right. And it's a 99. A 99 with a result of a 3. And that's a deep drive. deGrom goes the other way, drives it deep to left field. Back goes Dyson to track, and he makes the catch. And that retires the side. So that ball had a lot of carry off deGrom's bat. Bottom of the second, it's Ildemaro Vargas, Nick Ahmed, and Alex Avila. And Mr. Molly's in town. Breakfast baseball again. Yeah, I'm playing these late games lately. Ildemaro Vargas, he's a switch hitter. Batted .269 with 6 home runs and 200 plate appearances. Here's the pitch from deGrom. That's a 60 off deGrom, and that's strike 3. So that's 1 out, and it's Nick Ahmed. He's next, right-handed batter. Nick Ahmed hit 19 home runs, batted .254. A 0-2, that's a deep drive off Ahmed's card. And a 42 is going to be a ball that's pulled down the line into the left field corner. Dom Smith is after that. And into second base standing with a one-out double is Nick Ahmed. All right, so it's Alex Avila. He's a left-handed batter. Going to roll to see if there's a wild pitch. No. That's an 86 off deGrom's card, and that's a 9. That's going to be a shallow fly ball, center field. Running in is Gomez, and he makes it there. Holding at second base is Ahmed. And now it's Zach Greinke. Here's the pitch. That's a 75. And that's strike 3, and that retires the side. So deGrom blows a fastball by Greinke. And we go to top of the third, 1-0 Mets. Ahmed Rosario leading it off. Ahmed's 0 for 1. He struck out 63, and that's the second strikeout for Ahmed today. Dom Smith, 59, and that's a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Ketel Marte gets it in. So Smith is on with a single. 1 on, 1 out for Pete Alonso. Going to roll to see if there's a wild pitch. No. And that's a 76, it looks like. 76 is an out. What kind of an out? That's a deep fly ball to right center field. And Ketel Marte runs it down. Dom Smith back to first. And it's Michael Conforto. It's a 56, and that's line base hit. And to third base is going to be Dom Smith. First and third with 2 outs against Greinke here in the top of the third. Todd Frazier. That extra 20-sided roll is on a 1. We get a wild pitch pass ball opportunity. Oh, boy, and that is – Todd Frazier's plunked. And he's not happy about that, giving Greinke the look. But to be honest, Todd Frazier, one of the nicest guys in baseball, very popular player and with all the teams he's played on. That's going to load the bases here with 2 outs in the top of the third. It's going to be Carlos Gomez. Carlos Gomez struck out in his first at bat. And here's the pitch from Greinke. Oh, that's foul back. So Gomez fouls one back. Here's the pitch, an 84 and an 8. That's a deep drive, left field. Dyson on the run in the gap and chases it down. Nice play by Dyson out there. And that retires the side. Mets leave the bases loaded. Go to bottom of the third. It's Dyson, Marte, and Escobar against Jacob deGrom. That's a 28, a 0-28, and that's lined and caught by Adeiny Echeverria. Dyson lines out, and it's Ketel Marte. Marte had a crazy year, batted .329 with 32 home runs, 92 runs batted in. Never showed that kind of power ever in his time in the major leagues. But he did so in 2019, but then again, so did a lot of other guys. That's an 83, and that's a fly ball, deep right field. And back goes Conforto and makes the catch. So Marte showing off his power, but comes up short. And Escobar with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch from deGrom. It's a 92. And that's a fly ball, shallow center. Gomez settles under it, squeezes it, and that retires the side. Go to top of the fourth. Adeiny Echeverria. Mets are up by a run, 1-0. So we had our predicted pitchers duel so far. Let's not count our eggs before they're hatched or our baseballs before they're hit. 63, and that's going to be strike 3. Echeverria down swinging. Next is Thomas. Oh, that's foul back. Nito, souvenir for a lucky fan, 72, and that's going to be a defensive result. A 74. A 74 is going to be a range play, and that's going to be to the shortstop. Ahmed is a heck of a shortstop. He is a Gold Glove winner. So let's see what Ahmed is. Oh, but he only got a 3 in 2019. So that's going to be a base hit. So in the hole, and Ahmed under his glove doesn't make it there. So Nito's on with a single, 1-out single. Going to roll to see if there's a wild pitch. Nope. And here's that's foul back for deGrom. It's a 94 and a 90. 4 is a hard hit ground ball right at Ahmed. He flips to Vargas. Vargas to Walker. 6-4-3 double play, and that retires the side. Tailor-made double play ball hit right at the sure-handed shortstop for the Arizona Diamondbacks, Nick Ahmed. Go to the bottom of the 4th. It's going to be Adam Jones leading it off against deGrom, a 96-8, and that's a fly ball, center field, line to Gomez. Catches a chest high. Christian Walker. Oh, that's pulled foul down the left side. Christian Walker, that's a 53. And that's line base hit to left. Played on a hop by Dom Smith. So Christian Walker is on with a single. Second hit for the Diamondbacks against deGrom. Going to roll for the wild pitch. And this is Ildemaro Vargas. Here's the pitch. That's a 0-6. And that's line base hit. And Walker is going to try to go to third. Going to roll for that. Oh, let's try that again. And he is safe at third base. First and third with only 1 out. And here in the bottom of the 4th, Mets are going to bring the infield in. To 19. Nick Ahmed with the infield in. The Mets are trying to prevent this tying run from coming in. That's a 13, and that's going to be ball 4. Bases are loaded. So deGrom loses Ahmed on a 3-2 count. Alex Avila now. And the Mets are going to play the corners in and the middle halfway for the double play because Alex Avila doesn't run well at all. He's very slow. And that's a 2, so that's not going to be a wild pitch. And here's the pitch to Alex Avila. That's a 99 and a 9. Oh, boy. That's going to be a shallow pop-up center field. Back goes Rosario and Echevarria, and in comes Gomez, and Gomez calls him off. They're going to hold. Everybody holds on this shallow fly ball to center field. So that's the nice thing about deep drive baseball. It gives you shallow, it gives you average, and it gives you deep fly balls. It gives you hard hit grounders, average grounders, and soft grounders. And it kind of outlines all those results for you, which is very, very nice. Not a lot of games will do that. They'll just say ground ball. They won't tell you what kind of a ground ball it is. But it's worked pretty simply into the season just by adding an H or an S or no symbol at all. So Zach Greinke now with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Mets defense at regular depth. Here's the deGrom pitch to Zach Greinke with 2 outs and the bases loaded in the bottom of the 4th. The Mets lead it by a score of 1-0. That's an 81 And an 81 is a ground ball. Rosario waits back, now charges, fires the first, and gets his man, and that retires the side. So deGrom pitches out of a jam, and he goes into the top of the fifth, leading it 1-0. Zach Greinke against Jacob deGrom. Just as expected, a pitcher's duel. Mets are up 1-0. Here's a Rosario, 74, and that's going to be a defensive result. A 57, and we're looking at the range chart. A 57 is a ball that's hit to the second baseman, and it's through into right center field past Vargas. And we'll double check that. I believe Vargas is he's a 4. And we rolled a 57. We got to double check that. 57 against a 4. And no, Vargas gets to it. Great play. Down on one knee, fires the first, and gets Rosario. Oh, my God, by half a step. Great play. I thought that was through for sure. But at the last minute, Vargas got there, contorted his body, and somehow made a throw to first base. And Walker with the stretch, and they get Rosario. Great play by Vargas, who's actually rated fairly highly with a 4. That surprised me. So 1 out here in the top of the fifth. Dominic Smith. That's a 69 and some sort of result. 69, that's strike 3. So Smith downswing, and with 2 outs, it's Pete Alonso. Here's the pitch to Pete Alonso, 34. Strike 3, back-to-back Ks, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the fifth. deGrom versus Dyson. That's a 0-9, and that's ball 4. Dyson with a walk, and he's going to try to steal. We did that before. A 23 is not going to do it. Oh, wait, maybe it will do. We had a 4. What did we say we had? It was a 4A. And there goes Dyson. And the throw down from Nito, not in time. And Nito, I wonder he doesn't have anything there. Oh, he's a +1. Yeah, we gave him that +1. So Dyson's a second base with a stolen base. And nobody out. Dyson is second, and Marte the batter. Here's the pitch to Marte, 75. Strike 3, Marte swings through that fastball, and it's Escobar next. So the Arizona Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the fifth have the tying run at second base in the speedy Jared Dyson. Eduardo Escobar drove in 118 runs with 35 home runs. Batted .269. Here's a pitch from deGrom. That's a 16, and that's strike 3. So deGrom blows one by Escobar. And that's 2 outs now. All right, it's Adam Jones. Here's a pitch to Adam Jones, 13, and that is ball 4. First and second, 2 out. 1-0 Mets. deGrom is going to face Christian Walker with a tying run at second base. Here's the pitch to Walker, a 68, and that's strike 3. And Walker gets rung up by Jacob deGrom in a critical situation. So deGrom is really showing mastery today, and he's showing why he won 2 consecutive Cy Young Awards. Michael Conforto against Zach Greinke in the top of the 6th. Mets are up 1-0. Conforto's 2 for 2. He doubled and he singled. Here's the pitch. That's a 50, 58, and that is a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So Conforto's on with a single. Todd Frazier, here's the pitch. 43 and a 5, and that's a hard hit ground ball to Nick Ahmed, who flips to Vargas to throw to Walker, and in time for a double play. 6-4-3 double play, 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 6th inning, 1-0 Mets. Gomez, Carlos Gomez, who's 0 for 2, struck out and flied out. 91 and a 1, and that's popped up left side. And that was Vargas at third base. No, that was not Vargas. That was Eduardo Escobar, excuse me. And that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Vargas batting from the left side. He's a switch hitter. That's a 76. And that's strike 3. deGrom rings him up. Next is Nick Ahmed, a 52, and that's a line drive base hit to left. Dom Smith cuts it off, gets it in quickly. 1 on, 1 out for Alex Avila. 1-0 Mets. That's a 0-3, and that's a deep drive off Avila. And a 0-3. A 1, that's a deep drive to right field. Back goes Conforto to the track, to the wall, looks up. It's gone. 2-1. 2-1 Arizona. Alex Avila gets a hold of a fastball, a deGrom fastball, and drives it over the right field fence for a 2-1 Arizona Diamondback lead. Holy smokes. That was unexpected. Davila, or Avila. Wow. And that came off the ballpark card because we rolled that 1, and it was a 0-2 would be a home run, and we rolled a 1, so that made it a home run here at Chase Field. So it's a 2-1 lead for the Diamondbacks. And with 1 out, it's Zach Greinke. Ah, 87 payoff pitch. Game 13 of 162. Very cool. The pitch to Greinke, 21. And that's strike 3. Greinke down swinging for the second time. 2 outs now. And it's Dyson against deGrom. 58, and that's strikeout. That's a strikeout that retires the side. All right, Adeiny Chavarria leading off the top of the 7th. It's 2-1 Arizona on the 2-run home run by Alex Avila, the catcher. Adeiny Chavarria leading it off. That's a 44. 7, that's a fly ball. Left field towards the line is Dyson, and he gets there. 1 up, 1 down. Next is Thomas Nido. 33. And a 2, and that's a comebacker to Greinke. He's an extraordinary fielder, and he flips to the first baseman for out number 2. And here in the top of the 7th, 2-1. We are going to let deGrom go here. deGrom can go. He's gone 6. He's allowed 1 run. That's 7. He's been through the lineup twice. That's 9. He can go 1 more inning. You know what? We're going to bring in Wilson Ramos to pinch hit. Pinch hitter for deGrom, so he's out. Going to try Wilson Ramos. Actually, who else do we have? Well, I'm going to try Juan Lagares. Let's see, Juan Lagares instead of Wilson Ramos. Save Ramos for see what happens. All right. So with 2 out, top of the 7th, Greinke versus Lagares. It's a 64, and that's strike 3, and Lagares down swinging. Chased an outside, looks like a slider on the outside corner. And it's Ketel Marte. We're going to get a new pitcher for the Mets. Let's see who was around here for this game. Mets had Familia, Gazelman. All right. So everybody's available pretty much. Going to bring in Robert Gazelman on this. Let's see. We're looking for Gazelman here just to pop him in. There he is. He's in his spot. All right. So it's going to be Gazelman versus Ketel Marte. Marte's a switch hitter. He's batting from the left side. It's a 2-1 Arizona Diamondback lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitchers duel. It was Greinke versus deGrom. deGrom's been pulled now for a pinch hitter, but Greinke's still in there. It's Robert Gazelman versus Ketel Marte. That's a 24, and that's going to be a defensive role. Let's see what happens. A 64 is a range check, and that's a ground ball to Frazier and by Frazier into left field. And getting to it quickly is Dom Smith, and they keep Marte to a single. It looked like Marte was thinking about going for 2 on that, but Dom Smith's hustle prevented it. Now, Ketel Marte has a little bit of speed. He's a 1A. He won't be going here. Not a lot of stolen bases in 2019. So Marte leadoff single under the glove of Todd Frazier. Didn't have the range to get there. And that was a roll for a while. Pitch pass ball. There's nothing there. Eduardo Escobar, the pitch from Gazelman, 51. That's a deep drive off Escobar. So Escobar leans into one and pulls one to deep left field. Dom Smith is out there, 68, and that's going to be off the wall. And Ketel Marte, let's take a look at his speed. They're going to hold him up with nobody out. They're going to put the stop sign on, hold him up at third base. It's going to be second and third against Gazelman. Gives up 2 hits on the first 2 batters he faces. The Mets are going to have to bring the infield in against Adam Jones. Infield in for the Mets. 2-1 Diamondbacks. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. Pitch from Gazelman. That's a 0-8, and that's line base hit. That will score, well, 1 comes in for sure, 3-1, and we're thinking about giving Escobar the green light. And they're going to try to score Escobar. And a 61, let's see here, a 61 is, let me get that under the light. And there's going to be a throw to the plate, and Escobar is out at the plate. Great throw by Dom Smith. Holy smokes! And they get Eduardo Escobar at home, and that's going to be 1 out. So it's an RBI single by Adam Jones. Try to get that second run in, but it was not meant to be. Dom Smith is going to pick up an assist. It's tagged out 7-2. Thomas Nido really held on to that ball. Hard slide by Escobar, who is a big man. And Adam Jones, if he had been a fast, we would give him the extra base and allow him to go to second on the throw. But he's not going to make it there on that. All right. Christian Walker, that's a 7. And that's a 10. And that's going to be a ground ball and through the left side for a base hit. Jones is going to have to stop. And that's going to be it for Gazelman. Gazelman just doesn't have it today. I'm going to pull him, and we're going to bring in Familia. See if Familia can slow this this Diamondback, this Rattler offensive machine down a little bit. That's their logo, the rattlesnake. And now it's Vargas. He's a switch hitter batting from the left side against Familia. First and second, 1 out. Here's the pitch. It's a 20. And that's a 3. It's a ground ball to the third baseman, Frazier. Frazier is going to go to Echevarria and no throw to first. So it's a fielder's choice. Five, 4. Two outs. Runners on first and third. Nick Ahmed. It's 3-1 Diamondbacks. Here's the pitch to Ahmed. That's a 16, and that is strike 3. Familia blows the slider by Nick Ahmed, and that retires the side. Ahmed Rosario against Zach Greinke, who's still in there. And let's see if Greinke's been through the lineup 3 times. This is the 3rd time, so he may have to get pulled. He gave up a run, and he's gone 7 innings, so that's going to be, yep. He's going to have to get pulled right here, right now. So let's see who. They got Holland in the top of the 8th. Archie Bradley's going to get the call. Archie Bradley's coming in. And Archie Bradley's going to face Rosario, Dom Smith, and Pete Alonso. In the top of the 8th, it's a 3-1 Arizona lead. Here's the pitch to foul back. Ahmed Rosario fouls it off, 49, and that's a 5. And that's a ground ball, hit hard. 1 hopper to Vargas, whips it over to first baseman Walker for out number 1. Dom Smith next. Pitch from Bradley. That's a 29 and a 0, and that's going to be strike 3. So Dom Smith strikes out. 2 outs, and it's Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso's 0 for 2 today. He's walked flat out and struck out. That's a 65, and that's going to be ball 4. Second walk for Alonso today. And the tying run comes up to the plate here in Michael Conforto, and with 1 swing of the bat, he can tie it up. Here's the pitch from Bradley. That's a 79, and a 79 is strike 3. And he blows a fastball by Conforto, and that retires the side. Alex Avila and Jerry Familia, we're going to have to replace Familia. We're going to bring in somebody else here. Let's see who we can bring in. Drew Gagnon. Here's the pitch to Avila, 65, and that's line drive, base hit to right. Conforto gets it in quickly to Echevarria, and that's another hit for Avila. I believe that's his 2nd hit of the day. Let's double check that. And it is his 2nd hit. He's 2 for 4. It's going to be a pinch hitter. for the Diamondbacks, Carson Kelly. Carson Kelly's going to pinch hit. All right. And there's nobody out. Avila's on at first. Pitch to Kelly, 0-1. That's going to be a deep drive off Kelly's back. Gets a hold of one. Drives it deep to left center field. And a 10. That ball is gone. Kelly drives one over the left center field fence. And that puts the Diamondbacks up by a score of 5-1. And Drew Gagnon wishes he had that pitch back. Pitch hit home run by Carson Kelly. Rolled a 10 on that, and that was all that needed to be there. All right, so it's Dyson now with nobody out. Pitch from Gagnon, 64, and that's going to be a line drive base hit. Dyson on with a single. And that's going to be it for Gagnon. Let's see who we can bring in. We can bring in Bachelor, Tyler Bachelor. Mets really struggled with their bullpen in 2019. I think they had the worst bullpen in the league. Royals beat the Red Sox 3-2. Sox slipped to 5-8 in Mr. Molly's replay of the 1987 season. Ketel Marte with Dyson on at first, nobody out. Roll for the wild pitchers, nothing there. We're playing deep drive baseball. All right, here's the pitch from Bachelor. That's a 59, and that's going to be ball 4. First and second. Marte walks. And it's Escobar. Pitch to Escobar, 74 and a 2. 74 is strike 3. Curveball gets Escobar. Adam Jones. Pitch to Adam Jones, 0-5. And that's going to be line base hit. And Dyson should be super fast. Let's see. Dyson is very fast. He's going to score easily. And Marte, we're going to try to send Marte to third. Going to send Marte to third here. Let's see what happens. And, it's a 0-3. Says runner call safe. Oh, no, he's out. Wait a second. The runner's out. Unless he's a oneer, he's out at third base. So that's going to be a single. 1 run scores, and Marte out at third base, tagged out. It's going to be an 8-5. Second base runner that's thrown out by the Mets. And Adam Jones is going to, he's going to stop at first. Second time Adam Jones loses a base runner. First time it was at home plate. It was Eduardo Escobar. The second time is Ketel Marte at third base. So that's 2 assists for the Mets outfield today. And Adam Jones has his second RBI. Christian Walker now, 2 outs. All right, here's the pitch from Bachelor. That's a 42. And a 2 is a comebacker. Bachelor throws out Walker to retire the side. But not before the Diamondbacks score 3 more. They lead at 6-1 going to the top of the 9th inning. It's going to be, let's see, Stephen Crichton. Stephen Crichton going to try to finish it off. He's going to face the Todd father, Frazier, here in the top of the 9, 6-1, Arizona. It's a 57, and that is ball 4. A walk to Frazier. And that's a 0-0. That's a deep drive for Carlos Gomez. And a 68, and that's going to be one hop off the wall. Stopping at third is Frazier. So a double for Gomez, and that puts runners on second and third with nobody out. Echevarria is next. Oh, that's a 7, I thought. Looks like a 1 sometimes. Echevarria was second and third. Here's the pitch from Crichton. 47 is an out. 7 is a fly ball, left field. Dyson, let's see if we can get a sac fly here. Fly ball, left field. Nah, just a question mark. I'm not going to try to score. We're down by 5 runs. That would be silly. He's tagging, but then he's going to hold up at third base. So there's 1 out. Thomas Nido. It's a 0-1. That's a deep drive off Nido's card. Nido gets a hold of one, drives it deep to left field. Dyson, 72, and that's going to bounce off the wall, and that's going to score 2 runs. Nido in with a 1-out double, 2-run double for Thomas Nido. Off Stephen Crichton. And now we're going to get a pinch hitter. It's going to be Wilson Ramos. Pinch hitter for Tyler Bachelor. It's going to be Wilson Ramos. All right, 1 on, 1 out. Score is 6-3. Rolling for the wild pitch there. Here's the pitch from Crichton. 34 and a 5, and that's a hard hit ground ball to second baseman Vargas. Vargas over to Walker. Going to third is Nido. Two outs. At the top of the order, it's going to be Ahmed Rosario. Ahmed Rosario is 0 for 4 today. He struck out twice and grounded out twice. And here's the pitch from Crichton. That's a 40. And that's going to be a ground ball hit hard at Ahmed. Ahmed up with it, fires the first, and gets Rosario. And that's the ball game. So that's deep drive baseball for you. Mets lose it by a score of 6-3. They made it exciting at the end. And the win is going to be for Zach Greinke. The save is there's no save here. deGrom's going to get the loss. That's the Mets lose their 6th in a row. Yep. And I'll give you the line score. It was the Mets 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 7 left on base. The Diamondbacks 6 runs, 13 hits, no errors, 11 left on base. Adam Jones had a couple RBIs. Big home run by Alex Avila. And the Mets lose it, unfortunately. So this is CP Cards and Dice with another presentation of Deep Drive Baseball. And having a blast playing Deep Drive Baseball. It's a real easy game to play. But it's got its it's drama. It's got its drama, and this is your home for tutorials and strategy and player profiles, history reviews, news, tops, baseball cards, rants, unboxings, and so much more. Thanks for stopping by and checking us out, listening to our game. Give us a thumbs up, make a comment. If you have any questions, you want to chat, talk to me at combatpainter@gmail.com, and I will get back to you in case you want to know anything, or you have any questions, or you want to recommend something or share something. A lot of guys share books with me and that sort of thing. So, all right, guys, thank you very much. I wish you all the best. I will talk to you very soon.